Okay, I've got Bulldog Charlie here. You probably can't see him in the shop, but you'll see him in a second. He likes to jump up on his guardians. Now, this is a problem I have actually with my dog, and I've been thinking about it. Actually, I flew yesterday out to LA, and I came up with what I hope is a new technique that's going to work. We're going to try it. Charlie, you're the very first dog to do this. Oh, yes, I'll give you a treat for that. I like that. He gave me a little high five. So, basically, what we want to do is I want to use basically positive reinforcement to reward him for sitting, and the consequence for jumping up is I'm gonna move away. Now the problem is he's free. You saw he just jumped up on me right there. I have the treats. He really wants a treat. We're not gonna use treats for this. I'm gonna use affection. We might use some treats as well. So basically what I've got set up is I've got a collar on him, which he normally doesn't wear, but we're gonna put your dog in a collar, and then I've got a leash attached to the door here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring Charlie over here and see if we can get him attached. Now, he doesn't like going for walks. He's kind of a weird dog. Yes, it's right here, buddy. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the leash here. This is going to prevent him from getting too far. Then what I want to do is, that's a little bit further away than I wanted, but you can see us both, correct? Okay. Charlie. Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. Charlie. Charlie dog. Charlie dog. So what I want him to do is I want him to sit. I'm just talking to him in this ridiculous, excited tone of voice because I want him to sit. This isn't how I planned it out in my head. Now, as soon as he sits, I'm going to go over to pet him. As soon as he gets up, I'm going to move away. Now, if you look at my orientation, my front is facing to the side, or facing this way. He is to my side, which is more approachable for dogs. Now, he does not like going for a walk, so I think there's a little bit of added baggage going on here with this. But as soon as he SITs, I'm going to walk over to him and I'm going to give him affection. As soon as he stands up or starts to jump up, I'm going to move away. Now in Charlie's case, he really only barks when people are at the door or jumps up. Does that help? Charlie. Oh, who's here, Charlie? Who's here? There we go. All right, you're going to be guard dog now. Charlie. Sit. All right. So basically Charlie. So you can see he can't get all the way to me. So now as soon as he sits, what I would do is have when your guests come over, have him on a leash so he can't interact with the guests. This is a little bit longer leash than probably I should have used. I probably should use a little bit of a shorter one. But as soon as he SITs, then the guest can turn to face him and start approaching him. And he's of course not doing it right now, so sit. Oh, it was a good sitter, Charlie. It was a good sitting. Now, this isn't going to be the best footage. You can see us both, correct?
Not anymore.
Of course, Charlie's not cooperating. But normally, when people come over, Charlie is trying to jump up on them. So what we're going to do is basically orchestrate this. This leash is probably a little bit longer than what we should have used. Maybe a 4-foot leash would be a little bit better. He can't get as far away and go this way. But basically, as soon as he SITs, I'm going to approach him and I'm going to give him a lot of warm affection. As soon as he starts jumping up, I'm going to immediately stop and move away, so I'm outside of his ability to jump up on, and I'm going to turn sideways. Now, when a dog jumps up on someone and comes through the door, that's a way of saying, this person belongs to me, I'm claiming you as my property, or, hey, I want you to know I'm in charge around here. Now, off camera, I've spent about an hour, a little over an hour with a guardian discussing the rules and importance of consistency of enforcing rules. It helps the dogs see us acting as a leader each time we correct them. And so basically, the more that we do this, the more we correct them by enforcing rules and boundaries, the more the dog sees, hey, the humans have it under control. I don't have to be a guard dog. I think in these dogs' capacity, in their minds, at least for some of it, I think they think that their job is to shake everyone down who comes to the door and say, hey, there's a bulldog sheriff in town and its name is me. And so by enforcing these rules consistently over the course of the next month or so, the dog's perception that they're in charge of security should diminish. I'm hoping that he's going to SIT here in a second. I can see he's getting a little tired. He's kind of shifting his weight around a little bit. As soon as he does, I'm going to go over him and give him a lot of affection. I'm going to do it in a very excitable tone of voice. This is not something I would normally recommend to people. I recommend being calm. I had one client tell me, like, you're kind of a buzzkill. You don't want my dog to have any fun at all. I want a dog to have fun, but most people confuse excited for happy when it comes to dogs. And excited is an unbalanced state of mind. If I won the lottery on my way here, I would be excited, but I wouldn't give a very good dog behavior session to my client because I'm thinking about how many boats I could buy. So for the dog, it's the same sort of situation. They're overexcited thinking about the prospect of a walk normally. Not Charlie. There we go. Charlie! Charlie! I forgot I'm supposed to be excited. So I'm just going to move outside of his line, out of his, he's staying further away. He's trying to get to his guardian. But again, as soon as he got up, I stopped petting him. I mentioned this to Guardian off camera. You have a window of 3 seconds to correct or reward your dog for them to make the connection of what you're correcting and rewarding for them. And that takes a lot of repetition. The great thing about this is you should be able to get a lot of reps in. Right now, he's not cooperating. I think part of it is because of the door. That's actually impressive that he came closer to the door because he does not like going for walks. He's an East Coast dog. I think it's awfully hot out here. It's been the summertime, and I think it's probably a little bit much for him. California will cool down a little bit. I hear up in San Luis Obispo, it's over 100 degrees today. I used to live in Santa Barbara. But basically, I'm just going to wait for him to sit, and as soon as he does, I'm going to go over that very excited tone of voice again. But as soon as he gets out of his sit, I move away. After enough repetitions, he's just going to learn. If I stay seated, I get all sorts of affection. As soon as I get up, the affection stops. It's going to be an SAT right. Yeah, I was hoping right there. Charlie's like, come on, this is a lot of hard work for me. Do you see I'm a bulldog? I have problems breathing to begin with, and it's hot. Now, what I would do is I would recreate this if there's some people that come over that are specifically very hard for him not to jump on it. Now, I understand for him, once he gets to know someone, he's not as interested in jumping up on them. So this is a good excuse to go through your social Rolodex or your address book. No one has a Rolodex anymore. And then have somebody come over that you haven't. Hey, you've never been to my place. You're living on the west side now. Why don't you come over? I'll get a bottle of wine. You can actually help me with my dog. My dog behaviors taught me this trick. Teach my dog not to jump up. So now the thing is, when he's going to be excited when the guests come over, I would have him probably on a leash and have him over here. Once your guest comes in, have your guest go basically where Charlie is right now. I would open your door again with a 4-foot leash. He's only going to be able to go about to here. Flip it through your door and then flip it on the handle outside the door. That'll tether it. And then have your guest come over. As soon as she's tethered like that, then you move away. And your guest come over and like, oh, Charlie, what a good day. In a really excited and that animated voice. And as soon as Charlie starts jumping up at him, they turn, move to the side. Maybe about this distance would probably be out of the line of fire, turning sideways, and wait for him to hopefully SIT. Normally that was the sort of thing that would get him up and excited, correct? Mm-hmm. So he got up, but he didn't jump. Now, a lot of dogs, that will cause most dogs to jump up. It doesn't for him. He's mostly interested in jumping when people come through the door. A lot of times, like I mentioned, that's basically the way of saying either you belong to me or I'm in charge around here. So now I'm going to show the Guardian another way to keep the dogs away from the door. But I would like, before you start doing the door exercise, I'd like you to do this to the point when you have people come over, he no longer tries to jump up on them. Because once you move them away, you're probably going to miss the opportunity to fix that problem, and it might manifest itself elsewhere. All right, well, this didn't go the way that I liked, but I still think the concept is very solid. So we're going to basically move away anytime the dog jumps up, and as soon as he sits down, we're going to richly reward him and hopefully get a lot of reps at it and be very animated and excited. We want to make it the hardest case scenario so that when we have a real world situation, it's very easy for the dog to do. Charlie, can we end this with a sit? This is how you can teach your dog not to jump up on you.